There is no such thing as lifetime freedoms.
President Trump posted on social media tonight that he's instructed the Department of War to start testing nuclear weapons immediately. This is his post, and he says that because of other countries' testing programs, I've instructed the Department of War.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Oh, she's sitting down in front of me.
Contractors and 1.3 million by federal contractors.
Stand up, protect the people that you're elected to stand up and protect. Our elected officials in this red district aren't doing it. They need to go. People that are willing to stand up need to stand up. Stand up, protect the people that you're elected to stand up and protect. Our elected officials in this red district aren't doing it. They need to go. People that are willing to stand up need to stand up and fill those spots.
Okay, so I'm trying to get your opinion on this as a yes or no. Do you support Trump on annexing Canada or Greenland? And do you like the way he treats the premier or the president of Canada, calling him governor? Is that the way you do as a diplomat? Is that the way the United States should act to our closest neighbors?
I know I look like crap this morning, and I apologize. My name is Angel. I live in Columbia, Missouri. I woke up watching news and finding out we are going to give Argentina a $20 billion bailout while we can't even have health care in this country. And we're falling apart. And our beautiful fucking orange wannabe God seems to think he needs a Nobel Peace Prize, which I don't understand because he's tearing our country apart.
Yeah.
I'm really not crazy. I really never knew this. I am 60 years old. And for the first time in my life, I am scared to death to live in this country. I want to take my family and leave. I can't afford passports, imagine. But anyway, please, if you agree with me, call your senators, protest, do whatever you can. But I don't understand why we're giving another country $20 billion.
Only in America you can work 3 jobs and still be struggling. How do I know? Because I work 3 jobs and I'm still struggling. If you don't know me, my name's Jamie. I'm a mom to 4, doing this all on my own, and I work 3 jobs. My full-time job, I'm a 911 dispatcher, and my other 2 jobs, I waitress. Yeah, I work 3 jobs, and I'm literally barely keeping my head above water. The water's right here. I'm barely keeping one nostril up just to breathe just a little bit. Like, some weeks I have to pick, okay, electric bill's gonna have to wait to get paid because I gotta buy groceries, you know. And if you fall behind one time, oh, honey, it takes forever to get caught back up. Like, you better not fall behind here in America.
This is to the United States government and healthcare. Just would like to say that, where the hell is the reset button? Because we need a full factory frickin' reset. I don't know how people are expected to survive. I don't understand how anyone in America... You have insurance so that you can pay for your bills, right? And then your bills are still thousands of dollars, and then you lose insurance, and then your bills are still thousands of dollars, but yet it's even worse somehow, but you still owe more money. It's like, what even? Can somebody explain anything about why anything works here? Because it doesn't make any friggin' sense to me.
White men are crashing out on society. They're crashing out. All right, they're getting tired of all this shit. All right, apparently it's done caught up to them. All right, and as a black man, I'm here for it. I'm here to listen to everything that they got to say when it comes to complaints about how the system works. The system that was built for them, by them, okay? But it's not working for them anymore.
You ever see somebody set their own house on fire and then hand their neighbor $40 billion because their house needs a new roof? Welcome to American trade policy. This is so crazy, just try to hold on. The U.S. slaps tariffs on foreign goods, claiming it will protect American farmers. Sounds tough, right? Except now, those same farmers can't sell their stuff overseas because other countries hit us back. Reciprocated tariffs. That's econ speak for they flipped us the same middle finger. So our beef and soy exports tank. Meanwhile, Argentina jumps in and fills the gap in the Chinese market. They loosen export taxes, flood that market, and start cashing in. And what does America do? We give Argentina a $40 billion bailout. $40 billion to stabilize their economy. So now we've literally bailed out our own competition while American beef producers and farmers suffer. But wait, we're not done there. After bailing them out, the U.S. signs a deal to import Argentinian beef. That's right. The country that just lost beef sales due to this ridiculous tariff policy is now buying beef from the folks who replaced them. And when American ranchers complain, Trump offers them another bailout, similar to the 2018 bailout of $12 billion. What prompted the 2018 bailout? The same damn thing. Overly aggressive tariff policy by Donald Trump. Okay, so where's this money coming from for the new agricultural bailout? This is where it gets fun. From the tariffs the American consumer is forced to pay that started this whole thing to begin with. That's the loop. Tariffs hurt farmers and the working class. Bailouts reward rivals. Imports undercut ranchers. Then another bailout to fix the mess by the last one. Paid for by the American consumers getting charged for the same tariffs that launched this downward spiral in the first place. Every turn of this loop is paid for by us, the American working class. So what would have happened had we not imposed absurd, needless tariffs on China and every other country in the world? Nothing. None of this would have happened. We would be fine, and inflation would have been down to the Fed goal of 2% by now. They call it trade strategy. I call it the dumbest game of buy high, sell low in world history. We are freezing foreign trade while squeezing the working class, all due to the ego of one man-child, and the folks who voted for him are either too naive to see how America is getting screwed or too proud to admit they were wrong. Folks, we can get through this easily if the administration would just acknowledge that tariffs are a tax on the American people and the working class and working poor are getting strangled while the top 1% gains more wealth than any other time in American history. I'm Lee Calvin with Rough Cut Media Network. More boots, less suits. We'll see you next time.
Look, man, it's September 10th, 9:30 in the morning. Almost a week since all these folks done got deported, right? Not one MAGA supporter in sight. I've already given up on the fact that these guys are not coming. You know, all they like to do is just keyboard warrior type shit. Look, I wonder what all you MAGA supporters, and especially that Tory Branham lady, the one that can't even spell Hyundai right, pronounce it, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck pronounces Hyundai? Who, like, you're an American running for whatever the fuck you're running and you can't even pronounce Hyundai right. But let's forget that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about these machines that are being installed, right? Did you know that there's only 3 companies in the entire world that make those machines and install those machines? And let me tell you what's funny about this. None of those are here in the US, which means no one here is qualified for those jobs. So now, all this job is being stopped. Hiring is stopped. You know, you guys are wondering if I'm out of job. I'm not. Me and my guys will continue to work. Here or another project, we still have work to do. But, back to the Tory Branham, you really thought you did something, huh? The only thing he did was cost Georgians jobs. Because which one of you MAGA supporters is going to come put in these machines that no one understands? Who? No one. Which means no one knows nothing about these machines, bro. These guys are supposed to come, install, and then teach Americans how to run these machines. And guess who ruined that? Mrs. Tory Branham. Mrs. Hyundai. You let your hate for other people that are not white cost a lot of Georgians jobs. Hey, this goes to all you MAGA supporters, right? All y'all motherfuckers that called and got ICE down here and got all these folks deported, got all my crew deported. Folks with work visas, they got deported. Yeah, come get these jobs. I got a job waiting for y'all, man. Yeah. And y'all better keep up with the same work rate them guys did. Cause if not, you fired on the spot. I ain't finna have no compassion on any of y'all. Come get these jobs y'all so much wanted. I'm waiting on y'all. That parking lot empty. It's the day after. And I'm still yet to see anybody coming out here trying to apply for these jobs. Come on, man. Where's all that crime? Where's all the, they're taking these jobs. Come get these jobs. Come on. I'm gonna work the shit out you. Come here. Please come here. I'm gonna work the shit out you. And don't worry about calling ICE on me. Cause guess what? I'm a citizen, dog. I ain't going nowhere. So come on, come get these jobs, please. I'm waiting for you. I wait for you in the parking lot. You gotta be here at 6:30 sharp every day now. Just know that.
What's up, TikTok? Good morning, man. I got something to say, man. And I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I live in Miami, and it's kind of hard for a convicted felon living out here, and it's kind of hard for the ones that's originally from here too. I just got on the phone with these agencies around here, and the majority of these agencies are run by the Spanish community. And it only seems like they only help out their kind. And all I want to do is just work. I'm a single father, which is I'm a single parent. And all I want to do is provide for my son. And this is the problem that I have in Miami, where it is so saturated with the Spanish community helping out their own kind. And I'm not going to say every one of them are like that. Why is it so hard for black men to find jobs? Even if you go out there and you put your first foot in front of the other and you make it happen. I don't want to be so judgmental or anything like that, but yo, I put in a lot of effort, bro. Is it fair that people like me go through things like that? Oh, I did 10 years already, bro. I don't got no more time to give these crackers. And plus I'm a daddy, so I can't live the same ways I used to live. When you reach out, you know what I'm saying? You get this. Yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's the problem that we have down here, man. And I don't wanna feel like I got hate in my motherfucking heart, but bitch, I The system made me feel this way. I don't speak Spanish. I speak motherfucking English, man. And all I want to do is just fucking work, bro. Life itself is already an obstacle. This is what I gotta deal with in Miami. You can't even work at a fucking Burger King or fucking Wendy's, cause they in there. And they all help you fuck each other out. But you sit around a fuck ass cashier, but you can't speak English, but you can take pussy ass fucking orders though. You could take pussy ass orders though. They're the ones who got the good jobs. Niggas like me or people like me. Now convicted felon get shitty jobs.
There is a house out of stone.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. And to bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. That I will obey. The orders of. The President of the United States. And the orders of. Those officers. Appointed over me. According to regulations. And the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
Today I'm requesting all military personnel and all the families of those who are in the military that may be deployed to operate in this inhumane manner. I'm asking all military personnel to stand down. I'm asking each family to ask your loved ones to stand with us, united, we, the people. Brothers and sisters of the United States military, you are not just property of the government. You are not a tool for this administration to use and abuse others. You are the people's strength and support. We're asking you to stand with us. On your own country soil, we're watching people who have contributed to this country across the nation be treated subhuman. We need you to uphold your oath to defend this country and the Constitution, foreign and domestic. Right now, there's a domestic threat against the Constitution, threat against due process. Human trafficking has been essentially legalized against specific groups here in the United States. Unlawful, it's unethical, and we need you to take a stand with the people and not the politicians and predators. I want to take this time to thank you for your commitment to this country and thank you for your service.
Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Because it's coming. Because once these right here shut down all the way, then there's no more leaving. And when you can't leave, you can't run. See, because we have, military along the borders. And you're not going to be able to escape through those. And once all of the airports are shut down, well, you're not going anywhere there either. And when all the airports are shut down, then the only thing in the skies, well, it's going to be the military. And we already see the distribution of the National Guard through a handful of states. So if you're on the naughty list, you old greasy, dirty, swampy politicians, well, I hope you're ready, because they're coming. It's about to get fun.
Well, we're here. Are you listening, MAGA? This is for you as well. We're here. We're in a big brother dystopia, officially. The Trump administration just signed the contracts to use technology to track you and track me with facial recognition, iris recognition. And it's software that can also access our iPhones, our smartphones, and track our locations. And it's also software that plugs into our social media to monitor what we're doing, what we're saying, and also track our locations. And right now, the Trump administration is using the excuse that they're going after Antifa, meaning protesters out protesting ICE. But make no mistake, MAGA, this is all of us. This is tracking you one day. This is tracking you one day. This is so invasive and in violation of our rights. I can't even see straight. I don't care if you're out protesting ICE or not. Every single American should be afraid. And the cost is north of $1.4 billion a month of your tax dollars and my tax dollars to go track where some person wearing a frog costume is located, to see who's standing next to them by reading their irises, facial recognition, by accessing their tracking devices on their smartphones and through their social media. I have not dug in deep enough to see if our favorite plantier, Peter Thiel's company, is behind this. The Pandora's box has been opened and it cannot be closed.
I really didn't want to go here, but I'm going to say I just pulled up at Walmart. It irks me, like the level of fear that people are clothed in. With all these suggestions and these warnings, y'all better get ready. Somebody has to say it. It is like, so you people are done, man. You know, I painted about this moment back in 2018 about the loss of certain liberties, civil liberties. I painted about the fact that there is no power to the people. That is dead. I talked about disarmament. And you all laughed. You said it would never happen in your lifetime, or it would never happen. They can't do this. I've heard that so many years. They can't do this, and the very thing you all say they can't do, they are doing. It's official business. All y'all who are picking up Bibles now and all of a sudden want to become theologians and apostles, man, knock that shit off. Because see, one thing about that lifestyle, you don't become mature within a matter of months. You can't convey and interpret scriptures within a matter of months. Say what you want to. It takes years. Because truthfully, that Bible is full of metaphors and allegories. And the fact that you got people who are suggesting, y'all better get ready.
My brothers and sisters, start buying Bibles now. Physical Bibles. Buy Bibles now. Start downloading videos off of TikTok, any other social media platform. Download them. I know we like to favorite them. Download them onto your phone so you can always go back to them.
Something big is coming. When you say something big is coming, that means you don't know. You in your fear. You in your feelings. And you've heard somebody else say something big is coming. No, it's here. It's moving pieces. And so this talk about, Jesus is coming. Jesus is not in the forecast. And, you have the audacity to mention, the days of tribulation. That Bible also says, wide and broad is the gate that lead to destruction, and there be many that go therein. I could tell you the scriptures, but just Google that. But then it goes on to say, and straight and narrow is the way that lead unto righteousness, and there be few that go therein. All this mass hysteria, all y'all thinking that you're going to ease your ass into the gates of heaven, how you perceive that, whatever that perception is, it's not happening. The destruction and the mayhem is going to impact many. It's a broad and wide is the gate that lead to destruction, and it be many that go therein. Right now, in one breath, y'all talking about Jesus coming to get you. A lot of y'all laying up right now in a fornicative relationship. You ain't been to nobody damn altar. Y'all been fornicating. You ain't been to the altar, so you're not married based on your scriptures now. Lying, instigators, haters, racists, backbiters. Come on, man. Don't no damn Jesus know y'all. Jesus said that he mentioned that whatsoever you ask in my name, I will give it unto you. Name means nature, and nature means name. Some of you all may be sitting at a kitchen table. If you knock on the wooden table, if it's wooden, you call it wooden table, wood, because of its nature. If your tabletop is glass, you rub your fingers across it, you refer to it as a glass table because of its nature. So names mean nature, and nature means names. So name mean nature, and nature mean name. So when Jesus said, whatsoever you ask in my name, I'll give it unto you, you have to line your nature up with his name in order for you to ask anything in his name. And if name mean nature, if I'm referring to wood as wood because of the nature of it, when I pick it up and I observe it and I knock on it, and if I slice it with a saw, even the inside is wooden because of its nature. Name mean nature. And so if you're talking about asking anything in Jesus' name, as y'all say, your nature has to line up with his name. They have to coincide with one another. Just like if I knock on wood and I refer to it as wood verbally, they coincide, they complement one another. They confirm one another. A lot of y'all living in sin. You're not in the nature of Jesus Christ. Like I said, you ain't been to nobody damn altar and got married. You just fucking around, because the shit is convenient. But this shit real now, and all you women, men ain't shit.
Men aren't meant to be loved. They got enough love from their moms. They're meant to earn their respect. The next time a man with potential promises you something verbally, tell him you pay attention to actions, not promises.
You gotta let that man go back to what he's used to, and I'm so serious. Welcome to Mondays with Mariah, where we set the tone for the week and get that mind right. And I know you're not stressing about that man.
Black men are more comfortable seeing Black women holding a mop than a master's degree. This isn't just about household chores. It's about power, control, and a deep-rooted fear of being outpaced by the very women they were taught to dominate.
Okay, you about to get a chance to be as masculine of a protector you want to be. And these children, there's somebody, a female, saying something to the effect of, y'all stop that. The reality is that the youth, children and grandchildren are going to hate y'all, Gen X, for leaving them ill-equipped in this world. They're going to blaspheme the family name. The reality is that y'all have played house, y'all done played games, you played church, and now that the shit is real, you have birthed youth into this situation and they ill-equipped. But this particular female is led to believe that, this is going to be the generation that man.
Just wait till you get a load of what we've been raising. Because they're coming. They're the ones that's going to unplug this system. It's not us. I really thought that it's going to be us. It's not going to be us. We were the last generation to be sold the American dream, and none of us bought it. Now, we're raising the ones that's going to unplug this system and flip this fucking chessboard the fuck up. I mean, I know some of them that'll burn it the fuck down. We've raised the generation. We are raising them. This is it. It's them. It's them. They're him. They're her. That's them. And I can't fucking wait to see it. I can't wait to witness it.
Tell you something. These children are riding bicycles with helmets on. If they bump their knee, you rush them to the ER. You do, Mom. These children are not built like that. Quit trying to usher them out to engage this army. Your children not built like that. Y'all be in y'all feelings. Don't get your children hurt. This is the world is not ending. What's happening is the old world is passing away and the new world is emerging. That's the reality. And now focus is I get it. I mean, the sight that you perceive, the reason why I'm not in hysteria is because psychologically, I didn't react to it the way you all did, but I've been studying this moment since about 2001, aggressively, and things have come to fruition. And there have been a variety of parties, political parties, you could say, entertainers, you could say, some mainstream TV evangelists who to some degree have been contributors to the rocking of sleep and keeping the sleep of you people. And that's just the reality. You can't blame corporate America. You can't blame government. Hosea 4:6, I'll share this one, says the people perish for the lack of knowledge. It's going to be some perishing. It's going to be some, that's, you say you believe in the Bible. That's scripture. People perish for the lack of knowledge. And all this running around trying to quote Bible scriptures that, no. Jesus is not in the forecast. There is no redemption from this. Y'all got to get this. It's a new day. It's a new sunlit day. Novus ordo seculum. Ordo epceo. They spit the word liberal like it tastes bad in their mouths, like it's an insult. Like the people who believe in justice and dignity and books and breathing clean air and feeding hungry kids are somehow the enemy of the American ideal. Well, let me go ahead and take that filthy little word they love to hiss through their teeth and pin it right here to my chest. I'm a liberal, a bleeding heart, soapbox standing, protest marching, dignity demanding liberal. And I'm proud of it, to be honest. Proud of the history I come from, proud to be the ideological heir of the people who passed civil rights, fought for the vote, wrote songs of justice in picket lines and prison cells, marched into gunfire and ridicule for the radical belief that people deserve better. You see, liberals gave you Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, the minimum wage, workplace safety, desegregation, clean water, public libraries, and child labor laws. You know what MAGA gave you? A golden toilet, a riot, and a bunch of mouth breathers in tactical gear. If you want contrast, I give you contrast. Liberals say let's feed the hungry, and MAGA says they should have worked harder. Liberals say protect the vote, MAGA says to purge voter rolls. Liberals say that no one should go bankrupt from a hospital bill. MAGA says that if you're poor, you probably deserve to die. Liberals say to let people love who they love and live how they are. MAGA says that God hates the same people they do. So don't come at me with your Bible in one hand and a flag in the other like it makes you righteous. If that's what passes for Christianity these days, this cruelty wrapped in scripture and branded on the necks of children, then you can keep heaven. If they're the ones going to glory, I'll take a bar stool and a half-lit dive bar with some writers and protesters, drag queens, and lost causes. At least they know how to live. I was raised to believe in the decency of people, to help when you can, to speak up when it's hard, to leave things better than you found them. That's liberalism. That's not weakness, it's strength tethered to conscience. It's moral courage. It's looking around at this mess of a country and saying we could do better. We should do better. So goddamn it, let's try. MAGA doesn't want better. They want power. They want revenge. They want a future where your child's pronoun is punishable and your wife's marriage is a crime. They want flags in churches and prisons instead of books. They don't want a shining city on a hill. They want a bunker. A country sealed off from compassion, run by fear, and ruled by billionaires who've never set foot in a public school. And am I proud to be the opposite of that? Hell yes. Call me woke, call me a snowflake, call me a socialist or an educated elite, or whatever playground slur they've cooked up in the cesspool this week. You can call me a liberal and I'll smile when you do it, because it means I'm still trying, still believing, still holding the line for the soul of the country. But don't you ever call me a liberal like it's a bad thing. I am a liberal, a Southern liberal, and I'm proud of it. And if that offends you, well, there's a little red hat and a rage-fueled echo chamber just down the street for you. I'll be right here with the poets and the teachers and the fighters, and we're just getting started.
I want to start off by saying that I think it's great that there are people on here who care enough to make content explaining how and why we've gotten into the dire situation that we all find ourselves in. But what are we going to do? Cool history lesson, great political theories. But what are we going to do? We don't need another TED Talk. We don't need another deep dive. We need to do something. But here's the thing. I don't know what to do. I'm sure plenty of people feel similar. I'm sure you feel the same way. You don't know what to do either, but you know something needs to be done. That's why I'm making this TikTok. I'm trying to break the cycle. I don't have all the answers. None of us do. But if we work together, we can figure something out. I suppose there are things that are better left unsaid. But even still, actions speak louder than words. So that's what I mean when I say, what are we going to do? And real quick before I end this, if you are giving legal advice to somebody who may or may not be detained by ICE, if that information is supplied with the predication that the reader is already fluent in English and can understand all of the legalese you're throwing at them, who exactly is that supposed to help? I'm not saying that if you're doing that you're basically doing nothing. But what we're doing clearly is not working.
Foreign land. Why I'm crying, I don't know. There's a craze to live in these countries. But freedom is more important than all these countries. Is it because of the dollar? Is it because of the pound? Shackles can never be better. Shackles, being arrested can never be better. Being arrested can never be better. Being in the jail in a foreign land can never be better. It hasn't gotten to that, my people. Anybody that has to pick between being arrested, being in detention, being in cells, or to pick between that and going back in peace to your home country, please go back to your home country. Please. The foreign land is not heaven. I weep for my people. Foreign land is not heaven, no. Go back home.
Alright, so I gotta talk about this because this is just crazy now. So the Supreme Court now, I guess, gave immigration ICE a green light to, like, basically, if you look Mexican, if to them you look like you shouldn't be here, that they can detain you now. If you're speaking Spanish, they can detain you now. If to them you look brown, they can detain you now. Like, it's a thing now. Like, they can do that. Like, they're legal now to do that. Like, and it just sucks, man. It just, because I've been saying this, that it's never been about if you were born here. It's never been if you've been here legally or illegally. It's just the way you look. You look Mexican, you have brown skin. They don't want you here. They don't want us here. That's the point. That's it. And it's crazy because, and I don't mean to go all, you know what I'm saying, but it's like, it's crazy because what are my kids gonna go through? I mean, I'm gonna protect them with my everything, right? So is my wife. But it's like, what are my kids gonna go through? Because, so they were born here, but because they look Mexican, because they have brown skin, they don't want them here. They're gonna treat them different because they don't have a different color skin. I think I'm just gonna stop the video because if I keep going, it's just irritating as heck. And the fact that what my kids are gonna be going through, that's what makes it worse.
We are here in downtown Des Moines where hundreds of people have gathered chanting "Free Dr. Roberts" and chanting against ICE. As we've been telling you all day, Dr. Ian Roberts, superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, was arrested by ICE, detained by ICE this morning. Now, hundreds of people have gathered here in downtown Des Moines demanding his release.
The American people should adjust to embracing the fact that even the parties are not going to always believe the way you believe. In terms of SNAP, food stamps or whatever, EBT, the argument is that there's a lot of people who are not black who also depend on food assistance. Think about black people. We have championed behind people who always gave lectures on programs. Affirmative action, DEI, assistance for the poor. You've been misled. If you are a champion behind somebody who presents themselves as an individual who aims to place pressure on the government to give you assistance, he that giveth can take it away. And so you can call it a Negro, he's a Sambo. Black people have been groomed by people that look like them. You owe us this, give us this kind of aid, give us this kind of assistance. And now that assistance has been taken away. And although it is debated that black people are not the majority in terms of food assistance, EBT, SNAPs, etc., it doesn't matter. The one thing you all don't have is the protection that many other communities do have. I've been saying it for a decade and longer. The American people are going to be starved into submission. But when you're dealing with people who God got me, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, they couldn't wrap their minds around that. They didn't know how it's going to come. All they knew was what I said came to fruition. In most cases, people are responsible for their own demise, whether that be as an individual or a collective. And so when I think in terms of a lot of black leaders, religious, political, social, entertainers, they seem to always shy for aid. And aid is just that. That's why certain parts of Africa is going through what they're going through. When you seek aid, that aid can be withdrawn. That aid can come in contact with a barrier that prevents them from even giving you aid. But when you're self-sufficient, you're sovereign, it all comes from within you as an individual and within you as a people. Any kind of aid can be cut off. There's some dark days coming for the African American, the black, the nigger, the YN, whatever category you want to place yourself in. It's dark days. You people can't wrap your minds around what's coming. And this whole ideology that God got me and that I'm going to be saved in some rapture before Jesus is not in the forecast. And this is not a message projected toward black people, but even like I've seen people who say, man, I went to like the third interview and didn't get called back. That wasn't just that interview, but I'm hearing other people say that they go through this series of interviews. Let me say this to you HRs, you lead people, you supervisors, you managers. The world that you invest in, whether it be negativity, the bullshit, prejudices, you're going to have to live in that world. A lot of you all are participating and playing games based on instructions. And I get it. I'm just doing my job. People, that's the worst person you can come in contact with, is a person that does you harm and say, I'm just doing my job. All you HRs, you managers, you supervisors, you lead people, when you contribute to this series of interviews, knowing that there is no intention of hiring people, you are contributing to this world that you're gonna have to live in. And a lot of y'all not built that kind of way. The angriest people to deal with, think about, some of y'all done had that father that come home and the meal wasn't done yet. Some of you have dealt with children who come home after school and ain't shit cooked. A hungry individual is a force to reckon with. And when you're dealing with multiple, it's going to be bloodshed. And y'all playing games with these jobs because it's been sent down to you. Do a series of interviews, I guess just to be active on some Indeed and Monster job. You're going to be forced to live in that world. And you'll probably be the person that end up on the 5 o'clock news. Either as the victim or the person saying, I never thought that would have happened around here. The problem with America is the American people. When you look at the mafia crumbled because somebody who was in the mob, that lived that, breathed that. However, the feds had something on them. And they shared what they knew. That mobster did. They shared what they knew. And it crumbled from within. The insider. The person that knew where the bodies were. A corrupt police department. That one officer get caught up. And he begins to speak on what lieutenant has permitted to happen. What the chief have covered up. It all internal is always internal. And so this giant, the crumbling that's fallen on American people, it started within the people. The American people is a sick, dumbed down, Simon Says society. The American people don't give a fuck about one another until it visits their front door. I mean, you look at 9/11. People that didn't even know how to pronounce one another's name wanted to hold hands. God bless America. After that fear subsided, they went back to the everyday bullshit. But here comes COVID, and it's global. And based on the media, they painting this narrative as there's a virus out here with a butcher knife that's slaying everything that's breathing. What do the American people do? Together. And after the restrictions were lifted, the American people went back to the bullshit. But they told y'all asses. The media did. Fox, CNN News, MSNBC, whoever you flock to for your narrative, for your education, they told you the world would never be the same again. They told y'all that.
Margaret Brennan. There is breaking news as we come on the air tonight. More than 57,000 new cases of coronavirus have been reported in the U.S. in the past 24 hours, setting yet another record for new infections just as the country heads into the July 4th holiday. Tonight, 37 states are seeing the number of new cases increasing, a dramatic turn that's now leading health officials to warn the outbreak will spiral further out of control if Americans don't stay home this weekend. In many places, parades and picnics have now been canceled, and even backyard barbecues are being discouraged. Beaches in Miami, which are usually crowded with tourists, are shut down tonight, and the county there has ordered a curfew starting in just a few hours. Nationwide, more than 129,000 people have been killed by coronavirus, and there are more than 2.7 million confirmed cases in the U.S. And while most of the country's traditional fireworks displays have been scaled back or canceled tonight, President Trump is heading to Mount Rushmore to watch a fireworks show with a crowd that could top 7,500 people.
As of this morning, there were roughly 3,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in the U.S., resulting in 60 deaths. But there has been very limited testing, so those numbers may be way off. Gone is the nonsense that this is a hoax. Gone mostly is the disinformation that this is nothing worse than the flu. And gone, too, is the myth that we're in for mere inconveniences. We're facing one of the most serious health crises in American history. President Trump's declaration of a national emergency on Friday calmed the financial markets, but only after his teleprompter speech on Wednesday prompted Wall Street's worst day in more than 3 decades. In this morning's special edition of Meet the Press, I'll talk to Dr. Anthony Fauci, 2 governors and 2 hospital executives at the front line of this crisis. And of course, we have our political panel. So many questions remain. Why has the U.S. reacted more like overwhelmed Italy than like South Korea, where there appears to have been some containment? Why do health experts seem so much more alarmed than the federal government does? When will we have enough test kits to know how widespread the virus is? Will the healthcare system be able to handle the coming surge in cases? And ultimately, are we doing enough right now to stop the epidemic? We do know this: life in America is changing, at least for the time being. And sadly, things are likely to get worse before they get better. Before they get better. Before they get better.
It's not just about the summer or fall. It's everything is going to be different. And we would have to rethink about what we can do and what we cannot. We have to rethink even before shaking our hands. We'll have to rethink before we are kissing our loved ones. I see it as a marathon. It's a marathon and it is going to last a long time until a vaccine has come. So a combination of vaccine and the herd immunity. You know, that the 60% of our population when gets infected, there is development of herd immunity. So the combination of vaccine and herd immunity is going to help us. But I also have concerns about the fact that once, if at all, if we are following all the mitigation strategies that we talked about, social distancing, lockdown, hand hygiene, not mingling, by mid-May or early May, we will peak. And then when we actually start seeing a downward trend in the epidemic curve, my concern is that when people start seeing that we are going down, they'll start mingling again, happen again and again, as people will take their guard off. But we have to gain time, we have to buy time for us to get to that level where the vaccine is available to us and a big population is protected. I think the world is going to be rebooted after this. And world is not going to be the same. World is not going to be the same. World is not going to be the same.
And that's another problem with the American people. Y'all forget so fast. And so now you confronted with
we can play. My car's bigger than yours. Ice! It's ice! Please help me record. Get behind them if you have a car. If you have a car, please pull behind them. It's ice. Can you pull behind them? It's ice. They're trying to kidnap people. Please pull behind them. Please pull behind them and park. Please. Please park behind them. Can you put your car behind them, please? It's ice. Put your car there. They're gonna move. Hurry, please. Hurry. Park your car sideways, please. Hurry! Oh, you fucked up! down, bitches. You're not going anywhere. Can you guys block the road, please, so they can't get out? We have them blocked in, but we need more cars. Look at these losers.
A king who's giving y'all that work, and his administration. But there's another individual who's about to come on the scene, and he will perpetuate it. And so now y'all want to unify again. Hosea 4:6 says, people perish for the lack of knowledge. It doesn't say Islamic people. It doesn't say Caucasian people. It doesn't say wow people. People perish for the lack of knowledge. So a lot of American people they perishing now. There are folks right now giving up the ghost. And it will continue. You're going to perish. It's crazy how you got all these people online talking about God told me to tell you this, and I feel this is my spirit. This is what God is telling me. See, that's different between me and most people. See, I painted about this moment. I even relocated to Atlanta to be a part of the art scene. Black Tim from Connecticut told me probably 35 years ago, Harry, you will belong in Atlanta. And when I get to Atlanta, not that I was thinking it was going to be a Mecca, but when I get to Atlanta, there's a lot of black face gatekeepers. The art world didn't want to embrace me. And it was a variety of reasons. Man, this guy is charismatic. This guy is intellectual. Well, he's a real creator. He doesn't piggyback off any other artist's art. He really creates his own theme. And he can articulate that. And I wanted to come and be a part of Atlanta as a means of something, someone of substance. But Atlanta don't want that. Atlanta wants the grimy, bully-like, slick, disloyal lime life. Atlanta is a city that consists of people who have issues with you bringing substance, because it's been such an Atlanta housewife atmosphere. And you too, brace yourself. Brace yourself.
You do realize that if an American president uses the American military on American citizens on American soil, he's declaring war on the American people. You understand that, right? And if Trump does that, if Trump uses the American military on American citizens on American soil, the American people will fight back against him. We'll have no choice but to fight back against him. You understand that, right?
As much praise as they give us, I need to see more people fucking take this seriously. It's not a fucking joke. We don't need to discuss what fucking outfits we're wearing, okay? Or what kind of neat little sayings we can do at protests. If you think this is going to get solved through protesting and calling, I need you to dig deeper. I need you to look into the things that scare you. It's a must-do situation now. I am not the only one that needs you to do this. There are millions of people that need you to get on the same page.
It was just announced that they're going to send the military out against United States citizens in Portland. 2 days ago, there was an executive order signed stating that they're going to increase the surveillance and crackdowns on Antifa, which is simply anybody who is anti-fascist. We are also missing over 1,200 people from these detention centers. 1,200 people are missing. And you think that they care about people standing around in the streets with signs? Are you finally going to listen to all of us who have been saying for months that the time for that is over, it doesn't work anymore?
I don't know, guys. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me. And if we don't unite together, we're cooked. We're cooked. Okay? That's all there is to it. Cooked. So we got to come together. And that's why I'm trying to run these polls, but it's not getting any traction because it's getting blocked. And I want to start the People First movement. And pretty much what it's going to be is it's going to take America to fund one PAC, the People First PAC. And the way that that's going to work is we will promote American First.
I'm going to do this at the risk of my own life. There is no point of me making this video if you do not like, share, save, comment, and save this video to your phone as well. I have a child and my life has never been easy. I struggle and I suffer just the same way that you do. And we are no different from the people overseas. Only one thing sets us apart. And the answer may surprise you. They're fighting back. Not with signs, not with their voices, not with peaceful marches in the street. No, they are fighting back with violence. The same thing that you were told wasn't the answer to your problem.
Violence is the answer. Stop telling us it's not. It's the only way that these types of regimes have ever been overthrown. It's never been through peaceful protest or contacting your congressperson or your senator. It's violence. It's always violence. So prepare yourself.
In case you guys weren't paying attention to what just happened, every single crypto just dropped 40% at least. And they halted trading at the bottom so that all the massive corporations could come in and buy it all dirt cheap. Absolute slaughter. They closed every short in the system. They ruined so many people's lives just now for the corporations to be able to come in and buy everything at pennies on the dollar. And the rest of us got the scraps. As usual. Oh my God, evil.
Okay, so everybody's talking about Donald Trump, JD Vance, Peter Thiel, but nobody's talking about Rockbridge. And that's exactly how they want it. So let me break this down so you actually know what this is. Rockbridge isn't just a campaign, it's not a think tank. It's not even technically a PAC. It's a private club for billionaires, for tech bros, and old money donors who are building political projects the same way that Silicon Valley is building startups. You pay a buy-in anywhere from $100K to $1 million, and this is per year. And what you're really buying is a seat at the table, where right-wing America gets planned out in real time. So who's behind it? This thing was founded in 2019 by JD Vance, the VP, and Chris Buskirk, who's a MAGA media guy, I guess. But the brains and the bankroll? Peter Thiel, the Mercer family, the Winklevoss twins. It's the exact mix that you'd expect. Tech libertarians who hate government, hedge fund families who hate taxes, and cultural warriors who hate diversity. So what do they do with all that money? They fund media outlets so conservative talking points drown out everything else in your feed. They build shadow transition teams, literally ready-to-go governments stacked with their people so when the Republicans win, they flood DC with operatives. They use lawfare, suing universities, journalists, Anybody who threatens their narrative. And they bankroll down ballot races in red states, sheriffs, judges, school boards, because they know that power does not just live in the White House. Why does this matter? Right? See, Trump is just the circus act. Rockbridge is the infrastructure. They don't care if it's Trump, DeSantis, Vance, some other puppet. They don't care. They're building a machinery that outlives every single politician. They meet twice a year in these secret retreats, Palm Beach, DC, even international locations. And what comes out of those meetings? The lawsuits, the campaigns, the talking points that you're going to see 6 months later. So yeah, Rockbridge is a lab where they're engineering the future of right-wing power. And while we're all distracted by Trump, they're busy setting up the playbook for the next 20 years. Pay attention.
I know I look like crap this morning, and I apologize. My name is Angel. I live in Columbia, Missouri. I woke up watching news and finding out we are going to give Argentina a $20 billion bailout while we can't even have health care in this country, and we're falling apart, and our beautiful fucking orange wannabe god seems to think he needs a Nobel Peace Prize, which I don't understand, because he's tearing our country apart.
Yeah.
I'm really not crazy. I really never knew this. I am 60 years old. And for the first time in my life, I am scared to death to live in this country. I want to take my family and leave. I can't afford passports, imagine. But anyway, please, if you agree with me, call your senators, protest, do whatever you can. But I don't understand why we're giving another country $20 billion.
I'm ashamed to be an American, 'cause God knows I'm not free. And I won't forgive the men who lied and took my rights from me. And I'll stand up against your throne and curse her to this day. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I used to love this land, but God